And start recording. There we go. The world is loading.
Is it still, what was it, like Happy World or something like that?
World of happy, yeah.
World Happy. A constant reminder of one dark evening when you just could not feel playing this game.
Yeah, yeah. It worked though. That's the power of names, brother.
Yeah, I think you would still have hated it otherwise. I
Yeah.
think if you hadn't named it Happy, you would have just been completely irate.
Oh yeah. I would have fed Pink to the shark.
It's a good thing this game doesn't have a collision.
Yeah.
Player collision. That'd be, I don't know. You could play
You
some
wouldn't
fun
be
pranks
able
on
to
your
do
friends, but
multiplayer for the first like 10 minutes when
no,
it's just four squares.
you'd barely be able to do anything. I mean, imagine even when we had our raft pretty big, when we were still in the middle of redesigning it. I mean, how would anyone get anything done? You'd have to have like large paths everywhere.
So there's a Minecraft mod. I played it before. It's pretty cool. Where the gimmick is they throw on a bunch of new stuff, a whole bunch of new factory systems and computer systems and all this, that, and another. Loads of things you can do. But it also deletes the entirety of the world except for one tree and one dirt block, and you're standing on the very top of the tree. And it's pretty well going, okay, you are floating in the void on a single tree. Make the world from here.
And is that possible? I mean, how could that even work?
With the
If the
mods,
world
they.
literally consists of, did I understand you incorrectly? It's one chunk of dirt and a tree.
Yeah,
That's all. That's you. I mean, you can't do anything with just a single tree and a single. I mean, how would you mine?
it's wood and it's saplings.
That's so you have to basically grow the world to be able to explore it.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, you would have to, because otherwise, I mean, you can plant saplings, but then, like, well, for example, how do you water them? Where do you get water?
The rain. You
Oh
build
my god.
you start building buckets to catch the rain, and that's how you'll start making water.
I don't think how can you make the buckets? You would need metal, if I recall correctly, iron.
Well, no, not okay. So this is they added a bunch of new mods to make it so that some of the stuff like you can make big wooden buckets that will catch lots of rain. Not like
Oh, I
handheld buckets, but like half a human size bucket.
gotcha. Okay, okay. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. 'Cause, admirable that somebody would want to do this, but seems kind of problematic to me.
Well, it's
I don't
actually
know.
a lot of fun because you're seeing growth right in front of you as your little. It's very similar to Raft, except instead of floating through water, you're floating through the infinite void. But you're
I
getting to
mean,
see your progress go further and further as you build your weird sky fortress more and more.
I I admire the dedication, and I'm not usually one to make fun of people for not having lives, but that's if somebody's got the time to do that, I can't help but feel like it would be better served doing something more productive.
Well, I'm leaving out a lot of stuff here. The mod is called Sky Factory because it adds a bunch of new tools that start to you get to increasing levels of automation where the uh, where you're building factories upon factories, stuff is being automated in the island. It's what's the term for when like the growth of something multiplies the more that it grows?
Exponential.
Yes, it is exponential growth. You start small, just having to barely put together dirt and wood yourself, and eventually you are building this fucking insane machine that you don't even remember how the hell you put it together yourself, so you just don't fuck with shit. Drop an
It,
anchor.
it
Let's see if there's anything on this island.
yeah. I guess we must have saved just as we were coming up to it.
By
I
the
would
way,
assume.
oh, I told you I would eat you has retired from the raft and has been replaced by the new face
Harvard
of.
University. Yeah, I was watching them. I was watching some more of them. I want to comment to the Harvard University as well. But before I forget, did you ever see the sketch where it's a stand-up comedian making fun of people in the audience, and there's a burn victim?
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, he's
Make
got
fun
the.
of me.
I was just yeah. He's like, do me. I okay, and then eventually he does it. I laughed so hard when he does it. The guy starts crying, and the audience is like, "You asshole!" And he says, "No, he told me he could take it. I thought I could. but I can't. That was so good.
Uh,
He holds the voice box up so everyone can hear him cry.
yeah.
Oh yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I mean, again, there hasn't been a sketch of theirs that I've seen that I haven't either laughed at or at least cracked a smile. Thought, yeah, it was good.
Oh shit.
Are Key and
That's
Peele? I mean, they stopped doing the show though, right? Are they not together anymore?
yeah, they don't obviously Peele decided he liked it better behind the director's chair and he had more interest in horror
Right.
than comedy. Key just kind of floats from role to role. You know, Key's kind of I don't know. Key's not really gone to do anything big. He's almost kind of I hate to say this because I like him a lot. He's kind of become cast filler, right? Of like
Oh,
the side cast is featuring also Keegan Michael Key, and you're left there like why?
yeah. Why has he fallen this far, or why even like what purpose does he serve in this role that demands him?
Yeah, kind of
Yeah.
both.
Okay. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I've seen him in anything, but he's probably doing a lot of TV stuff. Excuse me, and I don't watch TV really too much anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He and Peele, one of their last roles together was actually in the first season of Fargo, though, which was pretty neat.
Oh wow, really? I wouldn't have expected either of them to be in Fargo.
Yeah.
Curious. That's I've said before, another show I still need to catch up on.
Oh yeah. Back
That
to the
and True
Wire,
Detective.
brother.
Yeah, excuse me, and The Wire, and The Wire.
True Detective, it's
Yeah,
easier to power through because it's just one. It's just one season. Season 2, blah. Season 3,
really?
yeah. Season 3, I liked it, but it's not really great.
Okay. Different cast altogether, right? Don't they? They're
Yes.
doing the American Horror thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, American Horror is largely the same cast, but in different
Oh right,
roles.
right. You're right. I forgot about that detail, which I think is a neat idea. I can't say how successful it is because I've never seen it, but for a long time I was hearing a lot about it.
Yeah.
And as far as the game goes, I think I've got everything off the island there is to get. Have you been doing any diving?
I have not. I have been attending to various furnaces and the like.
Okay. Yeah, there's always I always need to kind of readjust when I get back into this game. I have to remember, okay, what needs doing, what needs filled, what am I low on? Do I need to build or fix anything? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Are my levels good?
I'll
Etc.
look around for anything to grab down here, but I'm doubtful it'll be much.
Yeah, island's only, relatively small, I'd say.
The primary thing we're really curious for right now is pufferfish, which only appear on the big islands, it seems.
Right, right.
If we kill a pufferfish, that means we get another animal.
Have we? I don't recall. Have we gotten any use out of the animal we've got now?
Wool, and wool we
We have
used.
gotten wool.
Yeah, wool was necessary to build your backpack you're wearing right now. I'm gonna need me a backpack, and it's eventually going to be necessary for armor as well.
Okay.
Now, from a go, I assume we won't be getting wool. We'll be getting milk, which would still
I
be
would
good
think so.
for drinking.
Yeah.
I forget what else we could catch.
I know there's more than just the alpacas, obviously. Didn't you say that we could catch? No, I must have just made up that we could catch the dodo. I think it runs faster than we do anyway.
I wouldn't be shocked because the net gun is pretty effective.
Okay. Yeah, I can't recall. I know in my game I either had two alpacas or two goats, maybe one of each. I don't quite recall.
Do you want to go ahead and lift anchor?
Yeah, we can weigh anchor. There's I've already done everything I think I can do.
Yeah, I think as it is, like, really anything we would want from, and like, we're good for iron and copper and all that. We've got plenty of each of those. You know?
Okay. Yeah, I think so. Wait, well, how much iron do we have?
Enough that we've got more than a full stack, and I've got some in my inventory that still needs cooked.
Okay, yeah, I see 20 ingots right now.
Yeah.
And we also have 20 clay bricks. Or no, that's copper ingots. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good amount then. Yeah.
There we go. Refill the
And
water purifier.
I just was in the process of doing that myself. I guess you already got it.
Oh yeah.
All
Let me
right.
see.
I'm not going to dictate what we do, but I feel bad that we've already done kind of a lot without Pink being here. So I was going to maybe vouch for just kind of doing some maintenance, maybe working on the raft a little bit, kind of exploring a bit, but not really
Yeah, yeah.
shooting for any specific goal.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Was like going into this, I was like remembering like, oh yeah, we're gonna have to tell Pink that we hit the first plot island. And then it occurred
Right.
to me afterwards, like, oh, we're gonna have to also inform Pink that we got the radio working, we have an alpaca,
Right.
we've
I mean,
overhauled the entirety of the raft's organization systems.
God, he's going to be coming into a whole new game.
He is, yeah. So yeah, I can definitely slow down with any ambitions. I need to be cooking a lot of iron and such as well. Anyways,
All right.
let's see.
Yeah, I mean, I would have no necessary, not necessarily any problem with. Oh shit! How do I get the spear? Oh, he's left already. I would never necessarily have a problem with going for a specific goal, but I feel bad that he's already missed kind of a lot.
Yeah.
And if I recall correctly, we can't fix our parts, can we? We have to just build new ones altogether.
We can't fix tools. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, yeah. I don't recall us being able to fix tools. I don't think.
No, I don't think so. No.
All right, I will. I need to make a new hook. Oh, there's. I hear him. Where's that damn shark? I keep hearing him.
He already got the piece of the
Oh,
ship.
he did. Okay.
I didn't even notice, honestly.
Yeah, I vaguely heard him. I wasn't sure. It was too late.
Hang on, I'm gonna have to futz with the audio real quick because I've noticed the game is oddly quiet for me, which is why I was missing that out.
Ah, yeah. You
Which,
know, it is a little quiet on my end as well. I turned it down because of the music, but the rest of the game is a little too quiet.
yeah. Okay, there we go. I should have fixed the audio at least a little bit. The game may be a little bit louder on the recording, but that's not the end of the world.
It is. Don't fool
Oh,
yourself.
world comes to an end
You,
because man set game video audio too loud.
you'll be the catalyst. You
The, po
watch.
the Pope says I predicted this.
Quite specifically. It reminds me of that Left Behind series that Kirk Cameron, rather, starred in. I don't know if it's still going or not. Are you at all familiar?
No. I assume it has something to do with a Christian apocalypse.
It does. I'm not really into that, but it sounded like an interesting premise, at least initially. I guess like the concept is so named because apparently, just like one day the apocalypse happens, and like like a bunch of people just disappear. I guess they're, if I understand it correctly, they're like the chosen ones. They ascend to heaven, but they're just like taken from their earthly roles, just out of thin air. So things like planes are crashing because pilots are taken to heaven and so forth, and stuff like that. There's kind of anarchy back in the in the human world or whatever. And like that sounded like an interesting concept to me. I guess it focuses on the people who are of course left behind, but like I guess it gets, my understanding, and this could be wrong, is that it gets like really just like really preachy and really just kind of strays from that initial concept into something more, I don't know. I don't know. I guess that's about the limit of what
Well,
I
you
do know. I'd
said
be kind of speculating
Candace.
otherwise.
Was that Candace going to be followed up by Owens?
No, no, I screwed up. I said Candace, then I had to correct myself. It's Kirk Cameron.
Ah,
Candace. The other one is Candace Cameron, I believe, right? That's his sister. Candace, I think, is her name.
I don't
She was
know.
on Full House. Yeah, I think it's Candace Cameron. She was in a, oh, can I weigh anchor? Or yeah, never mind, drop anchor.
Yeah,
Looks like you already got it. I remember last time I tried this, my control to drop the anchor didn't seem to work. I know I used to do it fine in my single player game, but I think I might have either been using the keyboard at that time because it was not a frequent thing I had to use, or I had the key mapped, and if so, I don't have it mapped now, I don't think.
yeah.
But either way, Candace Cameron was in a movie, a Lifetime movie back in about 1996. Are the guys in your generation familiar with the whole Lifetime movie trope?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Ted and Steve, I think, both love to rant about it because their wives like those movies.
Yes. Okay, so that's still a thing. Yeah, Lifetime started doing their own movies. It used to be a net. Well, it might have always been a network for women. I don't know. I think, if I recall correctly, it actually straight up comes right out now and says that it's the network for women, which perfectly fine, nothing wrong with that. But they would have movies. I don't know when this started. That were like really kind of melodramatic and you know whatever, like don't go out of your house because a guy will be waiting to kill you. Just like that kind of fucking shit.
Yeah.
And Candace Cameron was in a movie with Fred Savage of The Wonder Years and the video game movie flop The Wizard called No One Would Tell. And it was actually really kind of like it was cheesy, but it was really kind of sad because it's based on the true story of a girl who was essentially abused, manipulated, and then eventually murdered by her overbearing boyfriend. A couple of teenagers, young love, etc., and she didn't realize,
Shark
the
death.
other guy was a fucking freak. Excellent. All right. I don't know if that was. I guess he must have had a lot of damage from last time we were playing. Are you able to get all the food, or do you need help for me to help haul?
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, the movie was called No One Would Tell, and it was just very corny and again melodramatic, and Candace Cameron was in it. And there was there was another Lifetime movie that my cousin had seen, which starred Ken Foree, who was
Ah,
the co-lead. Yeah, you know Ken Foree. Okay, I don't even have to
the
explain who he
zombie
is.
tosser.
Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Yeah, Ken Foree was in this movie as a stalker, and I can't remember what that one was called. Like oh god, it was Men. Men
Men, that's it.
something. No, yeah, just men. A lesson. Don't trust men because they're all crazy stalkers.
I don't
And they're
know
also
why
black.
I I was just imagining like not even like stated vindictively, just very men.
Just to see it written, just to see the word written, men, that doesn't do it. You have to actually say it, men, because that's scarier. If I recall correctly,
The title
there was
card just simply appears with a big boom noise. Men.
yes. Yeah, yeah, giant, stark, serious font letters, white letters against a black background. Men. Um, I'm remembering now what the thing was. Yeah, Ken Foree was in one as a stalker, and my cousin saw that on the same night as another Lifetime movie. I guess he saw two in a row. The other one being called Men Don't Tell. And I was telling him, I was like, oh wow, I saw one called No One Would Tell, and then we joked about, okay, there was No One Would Tell with Candace Cameron. He saw No One Would Tell, about, I think that one was about a guy. Yeah, it was about a guy who was sexually assaulted, and he didn't want to come forward because men don't tell, right? It's
Yeah.
like he was too embarrassed to, I mean, I hope that stigma's not still a thing. I mean, if a girl raped me and I wasn't happy about it, I guess thus, it would be rape. I guess it's not consensual. I would want everyone to know. Like, that fucking skank fucked me. She like
Yep.
drugged me up and screwed me. The hell with that. Throw that bitch in jail.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, between all this conversation, Ken Foree, we conjured up having both of us seen these crazy Lifetime movies. Men Don't Tell, No One Would Tell. Then there was one with Ken Foree as a stalker. We came up with the idea that Ken Foree was himself in a Lifetime movie about being raped and killed by his girlfriend, and we decided the name of it was Ken Don't Tell.
That okay, that's very silly. It does actually make me
Of course,
remember Keith Lee a couple years ago. Have you ever seen Keith Lee?
the name
The
sounds
wrestler,
super familiar. Oh
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
wrestler, yeah.
big guy. Yeah, yeah.
Huge guy.
I've heard
And
he's really good.
yeah, he is really good, but he a couple of years ago admitted that he in college when he was still, a pretty big guy, he went out to a bar once and girl dropped something in his drink and he woke up
Oh
in
shit,
he woke up in a room he didn't recognize the next morning.
that's pretty scary.
Yeah.
That's
And he's
that's
a
actually
big
very
fucking
scary.
dude.
Yeah, he is.
So if
I'm
it can
assuming he
happen to
was then
him,
too. Yeah,
I think he was
yeah,
a
it could happen to
football
anybody.
player.
He looks like he would have been. He's got that frame. I would imagine that even as a young, like he's not fat. He doesn't strike me as fat. He strikes me as just a big girthy like power lifter, kind of like a thinner Mark Henry, basically.
Yeah. Much,
Yeah, that's
much
that's the
lighter on
impression
his
I.
feet as well.
That's what I've heard. I've heard that he's really good. I saw a mod for him without even knowing who he was for last year's SmackDown or 2K game, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know who this guy is, but he looks cool. Like I want
Yeah.
to put him in my game." Yeah, that's when I heard that he was. Like, did he start with NXT and then go to AEW? Is that what happened?
He was part of the Great Vince Purge. Vince being
Ah,
Vince didn't know. Well, he came up and notoriously Vince not only was like a fat guy in boxer tights. No, put him in a singlet. Uh,
yeah,
which was like, yeah, but when there's visual language to wrestling attires, right? The singlet
yeah,
screams, "I am an amateur wrestler. I am a technician."
right.
Keith Lee's not. He's a fast, explosive, big guy who plows over people.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
And for another thing, he for some reason doubled down on, and we're gonna call him Bearcat.
Oh, just like Vader had to be the mastodon.
Yeah, yeah. And like Cornette and Brian Last were losing it. And like, why is he the Bearcat?
It can't just be Big Keith Lee.
No. Uh, Vince. All right. Should we weigh
Well, I mean,
anchor?
yeah, I've already explored the island. I think I got everything off of it.
Yeah, if we keep it moving, then the collectors get to pick stuff up.
Yeah, we should build some more of those. I think I was doing some of the last time we played, and then I ran out of material. I might not still have any, but I'll look.
Yeah, I want to start putting
And
together some storage, which the amount of iron ingots I've made, we can make plenty of advanced storage.
good, good. Oh yeah, I made several boxes to make sure that. Let's see, what do we have? 1, 2, 3. We have 4. Excuse me. We could always use a couple more. I think those will stack as well. I'm assuming it's the smaller storage. And
Yeah.
should you forget, remember we do have this extra storage, the smaller ones on the sides of the boat, if you need like emergency, somewhere to put stuff.
Yes.
In fact, I'll start doing that. I think I'll start putting some of the extra crap we don't really need in some of these side ones, side storages, palm frods and so forth, until one of us wants to go up there and deposit them in the
Let me fix the
trash
sail. We're
compactor.
just rubbing up against the island.
Ah, okay.
The boat and the island are trying as hard as they can to make babies. Boat Island babies.
That sounds really gross. Did you ever see Castaway?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. If I recall correctly, you had not seen Lord of the Flies, though, right?
Not the film version. Read the book.
Ah, okay. Let's see, I got an iron. What did I just get? An iron lantern.
You evidently opened a package.
I did, yeah. No, I don't know where the iron lantern is. I don't know where the. I guess it'd be in the furniture, decorations. Not seeing it. Oh, here it is.
Doy.
Oh, we already had it. Never mind. It doesn't matter. We need glass for it. Excuse me, which makes sense. But the basic lantern uses a lot less materials.
Oh,
That's all
what?
it
We
is.
can tie the storage things to the walls?
Basically, yeah, yeah. I mentioned that actually.
I
One
didn't
of the
know
last
it was
times we
this
played.
simple. It's just as simple as click on the wall, boom.
Yes, yeah. You just stick them on, basically.
Holy
I do
shit.
admit that I didn't remember it being quite that simple, but yeah, I guess that is what when I said you could stack them. I made a brief comment last time where I was like, yeah, they sort of like stick to the wall, kind of like a shelf. But I didn't realize that you literally could just separate them and make them a shelf. That's pretty great.
I'm gonna stuff the trash cubes in this. Alongside the metal ingots. Did I hear a shark?
So
I can't.
actually, I thought I did, but I don't see one.
No,
Not by
something just
my
must
end.
have fell in the water or something. Makes
Every
the
now
same
and then there's
splash
noise. I think the
That's the
catchers make
shark.
splashy noise. Oh, okay. Oh, there he is. I'm too sick to.
Got it.
There he is. Yeah, I'm starving. I just threw some food on. Otherwise, I would have helped.
I'm gonna need to eat some shark meat in a little bit myself.
Yeah, I grabbed some and then put on some potatoes. But I will now consume some of the shark and put the rest of it in the trunk because I
Yeah.
definitely don't need all of it.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna set this up as
Wow.
the metal chest going forward. So let me take the other iron and copper from this chest.
Yeah, theme it how you want. I think it's very useful for us to have things themed.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, we still have 19 shark meat.
Oh, that's a lot of palm fronds. Straight into the compactor with you.
So we
Oh.
actually have. Okay, yeah, trash cube used as currency at the trading post. Okay.
Yep. As soon as we get to a
Nice.
big island, well, let's hold off on it until Pink gets here, I suppose. We'll just build up a
Yeah, yeah.
supply.
I think that sounds fine.
See, I'm starving. Let's help myself to some shark meat real quick.
Shark meat is there. Plenty to go around.
Stuff this back in. No need for me to hog all of it.
Trying to think, are there any other real noteworthy movies that take place on islands or are about the idea of being stranded on an island, that kind of thing?
Hmm.
Feels like there's got to be more than just those couple.
A stretch of the first Pirates of the Caribbean.
True, true. I'll snatch that since it got out of range.
Yeah.
And the shark took a chunk out of me, but I'm still doing good.
Get that chunk back.
I'll take my chunk back out of him the next time I stab him.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Replenish my missing flesh by taking some of his.
Eventually, you become a man-shark hybrid.
Yes, that's true. Just meld the parts together. Graft shark flesh into my gaping shark wound.
Some kind of horrible mutant.
Yeah, there was a Ninja Turtle figure that was like that. Though that shouldn't be surprising. Back in my day, the Ninja Turtle characters were... It started with the basic ones, then got really, really out of hand pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean
This
you
Ninja
don't
Turtle.
want to get Astronaut Leonardo?
That's always one of the best. Yeah, yeah. The astronaut one probably was the best in terms of being the worst, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't. God, I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it was either Leonardo. It might have been Donatello, which was always my
would be the
favorite.
one that would make the most sense to go into space because he's the nerdy one, but...
Right. I don't know. They had some weird pairings though. Some of them caught you off
Yeah.
guard.
After a point, you have to ask the question of, like, are they just inventing jobs for Raft because they don't have, like... Otherwise, he's just the angry one?
Yeah, just the angry one. The most generic was Leo because he was just the leader.
Yep.
Yeah. No real, I mean, there are traits to that. He was stoic. He was, stoic, heroic, a good guy, good team player, that kind of thing. I mean, that does matter. And his action figure was cool. The two katana, that was cool. But
Yeah.
he just didn't stand out to me as much as the other ones did. You had the fun, cool party one. You had the smart, geeky one, and then you had, as you said, the angry one, the rebellious one.
Well, it's kind of like X-Men will have that same problem with Cyclops, right? Of like, well, we got Wolverine, we got Storm, we got Nightcrawler, we got Colossus, all these guys with distinctive personalities and nationalities, and then Cyclops, who is the leader. He's American.
Is Cyclops the leader? I never knew that.
In the comics, he was until eventually, him and Storm got into a big fight because Storm said he was losing focus on the team, this, that, and another. They got into a fight, Storm won, and the other X-Men were like, okay, Storm's in charge now.
Oh, okay, but never Wolverine.
Yeah,
Complicated.
I'm sure they've done that in the comics. They shouldn't, because Wolverine's supposed to be the loner, but I'm sure they've done it just because he's the most popular one.
Yeah.
Bleh.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh, right
Where
in
is
front
he?
of me this time. Fuck you. On the corner here. Aha.
Ah.
Oh, that only took a couple stabs. Oh, that's right. The metal one takes less.
Yeah, the metal one takes 2, where the wood one took 3.
Good. Yeah, I'd forgotten about that. Good to know. Apparently there's no way I can easily drop this rock I'm carrying. Oh, I can. I didn't realize that.
Well, just anything you want to... Instead of dropping stuff, now we just throw it in the trash compactor.
Oh, that's right. The rock would have probably been able to go in, right?
Stone absolutely does. I just threw some in.
Okay. Did not know that.
Brr.
What was that the noise of? What was that sound meant
The
to be?
alpaca up here.
Oh, okay. What was his name? Like Fred? Frank?
Bucktooth Joe.
Bucktooth Joe. I gave you too much credit, or not enough.
Either way. More
It sounds like
credit at all is more than I deserve.
it sounds like a good alpaca type of name. I mean, I can think of Bucktooth Joe as being, the proper name of a character that would have been hanging out with an alpaca. It's in a Wild West saloon or something. Like, hey, I'm Bucktooth Joe and this is my alpaca, or my name's Cranky Thomas, and this is my alpaca, Bucktooth Joe. Something along those lines.
Everybody loved Cranky Thomas. I nearly called him Crankus Thomas.
A Crankus Thomas? That's actually a pretty good name. I like it. Okay, I'm going to get to work on some of these. I'm going to increase our collector stockpile here. Not really stockpile, but our fleet. What would you call a group of collectors? Because that's the word I need to know.
A net.
A net of collector nets. Why not? Kind of perverse in a way.
A web.
Okay, yeah, that works. A gaggle.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about, actually. Oh, and of course the shark magnetized straight to you for that a third of a second.
Yep.
Fucking magic shark.
We ought to make him a tourist attraction, the magic shark.
I know they have, or at least had, I don't know if they still do, but back in the 90s, they had a Jaws tourist attraction at, or at least a Jaws attraction at Universal Studios, Florida.
I would bet they still do. That's like when people think of Universal as a brand name, which nowadays they don't really think of that as a brand name. But when they do, they're probably thinking of Jaws.
I would think so. Jaws was a pretty popular movie. Well, for a little while, Jaws was the most financially successful movie ever.
Yeah. Then they made sequels, and we don't talk about those.
Yeah, I think they made like 4 of them, something like that. A ridiculous amount. I mean, the first one alone would have been perfectly fine, as is usually the case. But yeah, they just kept on making them.
I always love the quote from Michael Caine when somebody asked him, like, "You've got such an illustrious career, but then Jaws 3 is so fucking terrible. Like, how could you be in a movie that bad when you're so talented?" And Michael Caine's response was, "Well, I've not seen the movie, but I have seen the house that it paid for, and it is wonderful."
That's a very classy way of saying I sold out. I don't care.
Yeah.
And I respect that. I really do.
Yeah, there has to. I mean, if you're gonna do like, yeah, good movies are good, but they don't always pay the bills.
Right. And I think that's fair.
I can't make good movies if I'm homeless.
He didn't also say that, did he? Because that's a good line.
No, but it works.
When I'm homeless. It does. Yeah, I think he wound up winning 2 Oscars, if I recall correctly.
Ooh.
I know he won 1 for The Cider House Rules, which was a very fucking dull, bland, overrated movie. He was decent in it. He was good. He was the one thing about it that was really anything noteworthy. Movie was a half-assed, like, I don't know, parable about, it was like, all about growing up in an orphanage and having to reconcile feelings of romantic, whatever. Yeah,
Sex.
when I was pulling out my spear. Yeah, it was like the character, he was like an orphan, and he had to, whatever, like he grew up under the care of this really nice doctor who, for some reason, he's also an ether snorting or ether huffing. What do you do with ether? I guess you huff it, right?
I don't know.
I'm not sure myself. But yeah, Michael Caine, whatever, does ether, and he also performs abortions, and it's weird because that's contradictory, and it's also, controversial and blah blah blah. But we can't really have time for that because there's Charlize Theron over there, and we have to romance her, and also for some reason, like Delroy Lindo has like a daughter that he wants to rape or something.
Oh,
The
good
movie
Lord.
Yeah, it was a really
This
fucking weird.
sounds like a fucking terrible movie.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean, the
not doing a
moment you
very.
said abortion doctor, I was like, oh, so we're going for controversial tonight, are we?
I believe that was the case. Yeah, it's like he's a sweet guy, but he performs abortions, and he does it under the table because it's whatever. It's like the sensitive South, and it's frowned upon or whatever. And again, for some reason, he also like whatever like smokes, snuffs, whatever the fuck people do with ether. And yeah, it's fucking what's his name, Tobey Maguire, and he's like talking in a
Oh, wow,
squeaky
fuck
voice
that.
about. Yeah, right. Yeah, I was also never too happy about that either. That's one of the first movies that made me realize I don't really care too much for him as an actor. I didn't really hear anything about his private, personal life or whatever till later.
All I hear is a
Um,
douchebag in real life.
that's what I've heard. Yeah, I don't know. It's there's really like I like the Spider-Man movies he was in, but I would have been fine with anyone else playing Spider-Man. I mean, he was to me probably the weakest element of the movies, which is weird because Spider-Man's all over the movies, hence the title.
Yeah,
But
that was
yeah.
around the same time where Dark Knight, the worst element of those movies, was Batman.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't. I didn't. I don't want to say that I disliked Christian Bale as Batman. I guess I would say I didn't mind him. Like nothing about him screamed like, "Oh my god, what a great performance!" But I didn't hate him like I think a lot of people did. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Michael Keaton's right there, and he makes Batman, an intriguing, mysterious guy, a cool guy.
Yeah. Yes.
Bale's Batman just comparatively seems, well, bland, vanilla, but,
Yeah.
like, it. I don't catch when I watch those movies. I don't root for Batman. I root for Gordon.
Yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah. Christian Bale was he was fine at playing the young smug playboy, but
Yeah,
that's all he did. Yeah, Michael Keaton played he not even necessarily smug, but mischievous, enigmatic.
yeah, mysterious more than anything else. Michael Keaton, like Christian Bale's Batman, seems like a relatively real person, being just having the idea to try and be Batman, which of course seems kind of insane even in the moment. Michael Keaton's Batman seems like as much of a weird mystery of the fucking night as Joker is, as any of his villains are.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. The first Batman film, the first Tim Burton Batman film, was, in my opinion, relatively. I don't want to say boring, but slow. I would say slow. But I think there was a lot under the surface that they could have done with Batman. They explored it a little bit more in Batman Returns, and I think maybe it was from that forward that I think a lot of people, well, that plus the terrible Schumacher movies, I think that made everyone realize that Michael Keaton was the best Batman.
Yeah.
I think that's the popular consensus now, which I would personally agree with.
Yeah. I mean, hell, they
And,
just
and
had. Did you see that bit at the Oscars where he interacted with Arnie and Danny DeVito, and they're all joking about, it's the Penguin and Mr. Freeze. Oh,
wow,
but
no, I did not.
so Arnie and Danny DeVito had to go up and present one of the awards at the Oscars, which again I imagine some of the art house guys must have popped a fucking gasket at that. But when Arnie and DeVito go up there, they start joking around about the fact that Arnie was Mr. Freeze and DeVito was Penguin. And Michael Keaton was in the audience, and they point to him, and they, I don't think they just outright went, like, you motherfucker, but basically the tone they had was, you motherfucker, come up here, we're gonna beat your ass, fucking Batman
Oh,
motherfucker.
okay.
And
I like it. Nice.
the camera cuts to Michael Keaton, who has just got the sternest, most still face, and then slowly his hands rise up into frame and do the fucking Rock come and get it motion.
That's great.
Completely
I like
stone
it.
faced, but just complete but the hands absolutely saying, "Bring it on, bitches!"
Yeah, that's perfect.
And of course,
I
everybody
did
was
not.
looking at it and going, "Like, my God, he's still Batman."
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that people, it took a long time for people to come to that decision because when the movie came out, I mean, I believe it or not, I saw Batman in the theater. I was very excited to see it.
My
And
parents did on their first date.
It was, yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, it was a major box office smash. I mean, Dark Knight, near the very end of Dark Knight's run, finally surpassed the adjusted box office of the first original Tim Burton Batman, and
Oof.
Dark Knight made something like 530 million domestic, something like that. So I mean, that's how much the original Batman would have made had it been released in that same time frame. So yeah, it was a huge success. I mean, it was it basically considered, like, people said, like, it kind of like redefined the summer blockbuster, and people were all, everywhere. People were talking about it. It was parodied. It was in everything. It was in action figures, cereal, like all the stuff. But the biggest complaints about it were that Batman was underutilized. Michael Keaton wasn't able to do as much as he should have been able. There was too much focus on the Joker, which is probably a comment you wouldn't hear nowadays, but there it was. Yeah. So I'm glad to see that people still like him. I guess, I mean, he returned, I guess, in The Flash, but no one saw The Flash, so that's sad.
Yeah, the decision to keep the lead as weird sex pervert human kidnapper.
I forgot about that. You told me that was I don't remember all the weird details going on there. Can you fill me in?
Oh boy, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was something. He like went into somebody's fucking house, broke into somebody's fucking house, and was like threatening to fucking beat him up and shit. And they called the police.
Was he on
He
drugs?
no,
No. Wow,
no,
okay.
supposedly no,
That's
which is more
kind of got to be a
concerning.
hard one to explain. Yeah.
He apparently was starting up a cult worshiping him as like the second coming or something.
What? And this is all before he was in The Flash?
That during kind of during.
Ah, okay. Maybe that's why the movie tanked.
It is that it is
Is
explicitly
it?
blamed on Ezra Miller because like it's a movie where you're watching the Flash and knowing like this dude's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, okay. That's rough. Just another unfortunate nail in the coffin that DC apparently didn't need.
Yep.
Hmm.
But they still have Batman.
Who the hell is that?
Alex,
Some
who
jerk.
is that? Did you even join the call?
You know what?
Alex, are you throwing your voice? You sound
Yes.
like Pink. Trying to act like somebody else is talking about Batman. We know that you love Batman. Pink doesn't care about Batman. Don't speak for him.
Now hang on. I bet I can name at least one Batman story that Pink likes.
What's that?
Nightfall, the debut of Bane.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, go on.
Which that is a really fucking good story, so I agree.
It's helpful when they're good.
It is, and with Bane,
Makes a difference.
a lot of writers fuck him up. So
Yeah, from the sounds of it, he's very easy to fuck up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before we continue, Pink, you want in? Can Pink pop in?
I will be joining it momentarily.
He'll
For
just.
how long, I don't know, because I've got pie to be eaten.
You can eat pie while you're playing.
But then my hands will get sticky, and then the
That's
controller
true.
gets sticky.
Well, wait. Do you eat pie with your bare hands?
Pie by hand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just grab it in handfuls and shove it in.
Exactly.
Like a fucking caveman?
Yes.
It's pie.
Take your pie, you pick it up, and you insert it into mouth.
Pink
Yeah, what's,
need pie. Oh. Pie good.
Pie can be. I was gonna say pie can be really good. I don't want to knock pie. Can't say I'd eat it with my bare hands, but if I was hungry enough, I could think of worse things to do.
We're finally hitting some high seas here. Good lord.
We are. I just noticed that. It's been a while.
High seas.
A long
Sounds
while.
horrifying.
Ooh.
Sailing in the high seas.
Wait
The
a second.
water's
Is my
been
controller
too-
plugged in. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
You're now playing Raft.
Axolot.
What did you say? Thanks a lot.
Axolot.
The name
Like
of the band.
axolotl.
Oh. Axolot? Really? I don't know why that doesn't sound familiar.
Revolver Axolot.
Revolver. Axolot.
Feel
Let's
pretty
see.
good.
Join world. Join Alex. Connecting in some odd seconds. Let's actually get the recording started. There we go. There we have it. It's live and in living color.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah,
The most placid delivery possible.
Eyes. Yeah, I was gonna say you sounded kind of uninspired. I was gonna joke about it, but then I thought, nah, leave the poor guy alone. So you took it for me. I'm glad.
See, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
what
put
I-
together another water purifier.
I hear noises, but I'm still looking at the loading screen.
Yeah, there's gonna be some weird
Curious.
things we're gonna have to tell you about.
Yeah,
all right,
we're-
here we
they're
are.
all you missed out on a lot, brother.
Holy
Unfortunately,
crap! What is that?
he found Bucktooth Joe.
Bucktooth Joe.
He's
Is
a
that a
good
llama?
boy.
He is a pretty good boy. Go ahead and fill him in, Alex.
So, yeah, effectively the main stuff.
Harvard University. What?
Fill him in on that too.
It's a Key and Peele reference. The skit that I sent Mike, that was where I also said fudge, is a series of 2 skits where Key and Peele were making fun of ridiculously named football players by presenting a college football new player rundown, and each of the players has a more ridiculous name than the last, and they go off like, "My name is Lamarcus Decarius from
Arizona University.
Yeah, and eventually it gets to a guy who, Harvard University from Penn State. As in, his name is Harvard
His name
University.
is Harvard University.
They get to one,
great.
the guy just starts making dolphin noises.
Yeah, it's like ee. And at the bottom of the screen, you see their name in text, and it's literally just a series of E's.
Yeah, like construction noises. And Peele just opens his mouth, and it's a fucking... For some reason, his speech sounds like a fucking pile
jackhammer.
driver.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. And there were like 50 of them.
Oh,
They
yeah.
just kept coming. There were so many names, and they had
There's-
different looks for each name too, each character.
What was it? There was one that was like, his name was Lackery, and that's his name.
There were honestly too many to remember. They just all blurred together. I mean, in a good way. They were all funny, but there were just so many I would be able to properly quote one, other than the couple that I already have.
Yeah, to me, the ones that stuck out is Harvard University and fudge.
Yeah, I think it just says fudge.
I don't think he gives the university either, like implying that's the only thing
one
he
of
knows how
them
to say is
doesn't.
his name.
Yeah, there's at least one that didn't bother putting in the name. But now Pink also needs to understand why there's suddenly an alpaca,
Okay, so
or maybe how there's an alpaca.
we built a net launcher a long time ago, but it required explosive powder, and we were like, what the fuck is that? Well, we found out that you kill a pufferfish and you get the goo out of it, and then you cook it, and that's explosive powder. And we're able-
that makes total sense.
So we
Does.
figured out we need to hunt pufferfish. Every pufferfish you kill, effectively, is an animal we get to catch and keep on the raft.
Oh.
I guess it really is kind of like that, isn't it? For every pufferfish, we can get a new animal.
Yeah.
We're
We
gonna
also
build a sea zoo.
we also figured out how to get the radar running. You apparently need three. You need to get 3 antennas set up so you can triangulate, which makes sense. That's how it works in real life. And once you do that, it will turn on this little computer screen that will guide you to nearby islands. And we found a big old oil derrick, whereupon I not only unlocked a new playable character, which is why I am now black, but also...
Oh, I didn't even realize you picked... I thought you looked different, but I didn't even realize that. I thought you had different clothes on. Are you wearing a new hat? Yeah, you're a totally different character.
But
Looks
we
like
also...
you're wearing some sponsorships as well.
It does look like that.
Some what?
Sponsorships.
Ah!
Yeah, sorry, go continue. Go on.
But we also got the recipes for a couple new things. The big one was The trash compactor, which you can see we have built. Jam random
This
bullshit in. Jam random raw materials you don't want, usually palm fronds, in that, and it'll compact it to make trash cubes. Trash cubes are where the currency we use at the shops on the big islands to trade for new resources, like special fishing lures to be able to fish up more exotic fish.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
We use trash cubes as currency?
Yeah.
For some reason, yes.
This is too good to be true.
Yeah.
Finally.
Especially since we had hundreds of palm fronds.
And as you can see downstairs, Mike has overhauled the entirety of the organization of the lower floor of the Raft.
I'm
Well,
gonna
you
ruin
helped.
it.
Yeah. There was a debate about that. I was like, well,
I think
If you
exactly
really wanna
what
bring
I
Elliot,
said
I think
was
in-
like, you're going to such work to organize this when Pink's just gonna fuck it up.
I think, I think you did say that.
I need to build another battery. The old trash compactor's run out of juice.
Gonna throw a potato in there.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, we have a lot of food now. Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead,
we've
Alex.
got a food chest set up near the grill.
I
Starving
noticed.
is-
I found it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm eating potatoes. Not
Loads
just
and
because I
loads.
was dying of hunger.
Yeah.
you
Okay,
probably
trash
would be.
compactor has been rejuiced. It is now good to go once again.
All right.
Oh, there's actually a little bit of power left in this battery. I'll keep
How can
it
you tell?
rainy day. It has a little meter. When you put a battery in your inventory, it has a little meter similar to the durability meter on items that will tell you how much juice it's got left.
Ah, okay.
I'll keep that in a chest. We may need a little bit of extra power on a rainy day.
You never know. I
I
am.
guess I should check how the
flushing-
battery's doing on everything. Looks like we're good for power all around here.
Last I looked,
There's a stingray.
I still haven't seen a stingray yet. You guys have both seen one. I have not.
It's a manta ray. I'll jump in after it.
Careful. That's what killed Steve Irwin.
I
This
was
is
going to
true.
say the same thing.
Yeah. It's actually ultimately really sad because if I recall correctly, it was his wife who said that, it's a real bummer that now people a lot of people negatively associate stingrays, manta rays, etc. with what happened. And she said, obviously Steve Irwin would have never wanted that. They're usually pretty, friendly creatures. It was kind of just a freak thing that it defended itself in such a way that it killed him. And he was such an animal lover. He would never have wanted anyone to want revenge against them.
Yeah.
Wasn't
I
it
love
more
that
or
guy. He
less
was so
like he
sweet.
pretty well just dived onto the tail on accident?
It actually lifted up and stabbed him in the heart. He just went to I think it was just like just a few feet of water, and he's like, oh, here's a stingray, and they were, I think, doing a special on them, and just for some reason I think there's some detail I'm forgetting, but yeah, it just for some reason reared up and just lanced him right in the heart.
Eesh.
And I guess he just pulled it out and was like, oh wow, oh whoa, or whatever, and pretty much just collapsed right there.
I mean, yeah, direct damage to the heart like that. Jesus.
Yeah, piercing.
Book pile.
I want a book pile.
It's if I recall correctly, it's just a little decorative thing you can put. It's like a literal pile of books. Make it look like you got a library going on.
That's cool.
It is, yeah. We actually have a lot of decorations, and we start putting. If we get to the point where we're putting rooms and stuff on the boat, then we'll actually have decorations to make it seem like it's lived in, which I guess it is.
Yeah.
It reminds me of a nice little touch. Don't put the coin in your pocket. It'll get lost with all the others and just become just a coin, which it is.
Which it is.
Yeah.
It's almost comedic the way he throws it on at the end.
He does. There's like a beat before he says it.
Which it is.
Yep.
And it's like the odd comedic line from Shiger, where otherwise he's dead serious throughout the rest of the movie.
It is, yes. Yeah, it's like the one time where he's kind of playful.
It feels like the Coens throwing in their usual black comedy on a character who otherwise would have been presumably dead serious under the original pin,
Yeah. I can't remember if that line was in the book. I want to say it probably wasn't. I read the book, excuse me, I read the book literally, I think a week or two after seeing the movie, and my memory is that it was fucking almost word for word. They omit a lot of stuff from Tom Bell. He narrated
I
yeah,
hereby nominate Anton
yeah,
Chigurh for greatest hitman.
Did anybody else see the shark just casually float through our cabin here?
I didn't,
He
but I
does that
believe it.
sometimes.
Yeah, it's the it's the rolling tide that sort of makes them kind of. There's no real physics between the no collision between the items in the water and the boat.
Yeah, there's been a good couple times where I've seen like the turtles come through the through our ship. I've set up an extra dirt plot upstairs, by the way.
Oh, good.
Pink, whenever Bucktooth Joe gets sheared for wool, which I've already done, he'll start to get depressed and then he'll eat. And
That's
we need
actually that's not a joke. He'll actually get sad.
yeah, he's actually sad right now.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, he's eating. Okay, well he's gonna be happy again. Yep, he ate. Now he's gonna be happy again.
We're coming up on an island. I'll tilt this in that direction if no one objects.
Yeah. Now that he has eaten, he is going to, in a little bit, grow a new coat of wool. I'll shear that. If we combine wool with the leather we get from killing the boars, we can make backpacks. Mike's already got one that, like, what did you say, Mike? Like, practically doubles our inventory space?
Pretty much, yeah. I think it brings it from like 15 to 25 or something like that.
Good lord.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, 25. It goes from 15 to 25.
Good lord.
Yeah, big difference. I'm still already running out of space, so that tells you how much it's needed.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see if I have the controls to.
I don't know why I'm getting some pretty bad screen tearing right now, but I'm going to ignore it.
Dude, it's... okay, so Day2K has a weird issue. 23 had the same issue. Where the in-game speed is tied to the refresh rate. So I have to turn off VSync because otherwise, okay, if VSync is on, the in-game speed is inexplicably tied to refresh rate, which means that if it's set to 59 hertz refresh rate, the game's just a little bit too slow. Like you're playing in bullet time. Conversely, if it's set to 60 hertz, the wrestlers are moving at like just a little bit too fast, and you're watching Andre the Giant work at the speed of fucking Tiger Mask, and it's like, what the fuck?
He's.
So
You
I
needed
have to
exactly like 59.9 or some shit.
I'm sure, but like, so I have to turn off VSync so that the characters aren't moving around at the wrong speed. But if I turn off VSync, the game has horrible screen tearing. You guys don't get to see it because you're not watching my monitor. You're watching the game itself streamed to your monitor.
Right.
But like, my god, during entrances, it's awful, the screen tearing.
I remember with 2K23, there was a really bad issue on the PC where, for some reason, the characters would move, like the whole game would move in like legitimate slow motion, like
Yes.
as in literally slow motion. Yeah, you've experienced that too.
Yeah, you need to turn off VSync. Yeah, you need
That's
to turn
what it
off
was
VSync.
then. Okay, yeah, that I remember going through. I don't remember what it was, but I'll believe you because I remember having to go through a bunch of shit to try and figure out like why it was happening, which I never got a reason, and how to fix it, which I eventually did, but didn't remember how.
Yep, well, next time it comes up, ask me and I'll tell you it's VSync.
Yeah, I guess that must be it.
And like, I've heard it, like, video games have had strange things in the past. Like, Resident Evil 4, when they put the HD version out, ran into a problem. Because they pushed the frames per second up to 60 frames per second. And it was like largely a perfect port. And it was, great job. But there was a problem that they did not anticipate. AI intelligence in that game was built to match the frame rate so that if the game started chugging, the AI would get dumber to give, more space to keep the frame rate reasonable, right?
Really?
But the issue was, when they bumped it up to 60 frames per second, the PS2 GameCube versions of Resident Evil 4, the classic versions, were at 30 frames max. Shark is dead, by the way. Help yourself to anything you want from the water.
Oh,
But-
good.
Good deal.
The game was built for 30 frames per second. So everybody was like, what the fuck? Why is the AI... Why is it smarter now?
Ha!
This is a certainty. You've learned this. This is a fact.
I could swear I remember them even having to update it and saying like, okay, we fixed the AI so that the AI at any frame rate higher than 30 frames per second behaves as if it's at 30 frames per second. Because otherwise, several parts of the game that were, difficult enough on hard difficulty have now become practically impossible to beat because the AI is intelligently, like, flanking you and circling you and shit.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
What an odd glitch.
And I would guarantee you that there's a mod that undoes that fix for some people who are like, but I want to play it harder now.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, if people are willing to play like a life sim version of Minecraft, they're willing to play a harder version of that. Which reminds me again, we definitely need to get some Minecraft going at some point. Which I guess
Yeah.
means I need to buy it.
Yeah, it means all of us are going to have to pony up, I think. Well,
I think got it.
You know what? I think
Yeah.
I do have it. I just never have. No, I think I've got it. Yeah, I've got it. Though I don't know if they'll let me change the name. It's still Old Braun 534. And I'll have to figure out how to go in and change your avatar skin again, because it's been my sister's account for about a decade now, and last I checked, the avatar skin was some kind of like... Oh, some kind of like jazz punk pretty boy sort of gimmick, and I was like, what the fuck?
I just always I never play the game in multiplayer, so I just I just have the same basic.
Yeah, you're just gonna be
Steve.
Steve.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It took me years, as I've described to you before, to ever really get into Minecraft. I guess not too long, because again, I first got into it in 2011. I don't think the game was super old by that point. A couple years maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's taken a good decade then for me to possibly be able to play it with friends, which I don't know. I couldn't even that game. When I really get going in that game, just exploring and building and stuff like that is so fun. I couldn't even imagine how fun it must be doing that with multiple people.
Well, what I imagine how it boiled down, I think I said this last time it came up, was...
Yeah,
like,
you did. You talked about the nomad thing.
Yeah, I tend to be very sedentary in Minecraft. I'll get an idea of my surroundings, but I tend to start up and build outwards, but not really move around a whole lot, which on one hand means I'm great for the anything you need from farming. I'm solid at mining. Well, not that solid, but still. I'm great for farming, especially in Minecraft, but the whole exploration thing, I tend not to go out to find the more exotic biomes, and as a result, I tend to suffer for not being able to get dogs and cats, or
Sure.
bees, or chocolate, things like that.
They have chocolate?
I was gonna
Oh, yeah.
say.
So that would be the big benefit. Pink, I don't know where you would go, what you would do in Minecraft, but having Mike around would be great for us because, we just be like, well, I want chocolate, I want cats, but I don't know where the fucking jungle is. Mike does, though. He can go and get it.
I'll go find it. I love chocolate and cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Minecraft, I realized I kind of, I don't want to say lapsed because that implies that something went wrong, but I eventually sort of unconsciously settled into a habit of I would explore. I would just kind of roam, and I would often stop at whatever cave I could find and see what I could get out of it. Usually a lot of good stuff. And I would continue to wander until I would find a village, and I would take several days to go around that village and painstakingly light it up. I don't know why. I just got in the habit of just like going all over the place and making sure that it was lit up and very visible from afar. And then once I did that, I would kind of just sort of just repeat the process. I'd be like, okay, well, what's over that horizon? And then, rinse, wash, repeat.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I would also, of course, sometimes try and build.
Village is also quite important in that game.
Yeah, it can be. Probably more so now than it used to be. I was playing right around the time that they first added the villages, and or at least the villagers. And at first they couldn't really do anything. They
were just poopy. Like
they were
good for, I guess, that they would run a farm that you could steal from every now and then. But like,
yeah, they eventually introduced trading, and there was a cool mod that I had. I can't remember what it's called, but they allowed you to actually partner up with and eventually marry, like romance and marry a villager, and they'd like follow around and do battle with you and stuff. It was really cool. I'm assuming that stuff
they
probably
changed
not
the
in the
appearance
vanilla
of the
game.
villagers.
They did, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, that's
the villagers
cool.
are just like Squidwards.
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to romance and marry fucking humans, like regular. I guess Caucasian. Well, no, that's not right.
They were kind of like tannish with brown
Squidwards.
robes. Yeah, white Squidwards
Squidward.
and brown robes. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Yeah, not. What did you do to make a Squidward noise?
I did the villager noise.
Yeah, I forgot that they did that.
I've always
I
wondered, because they made it so that if you expand the village with more the villagers recognize as housing, they'll start to have babies to fill out the remaining housing. I always
yes,
wondered what's the maximum size you can hit for a village.
I do think there's a numerical limit, or at least there was at one point, but you are correct that the more houses, the more structures that the game recognizes as a house, as a dwelling, the more villagers would eventually start spawning. And I would
Yeah, you
assume
see
that
two
wouldn't
villagers
be
just abruptly like run into each other and go, "Huh," and they sprint
pretty
to a
much.
house, shut the door behind them, and they come out with a baby.
Yeah, that's essentially what it was. And I'm
Oh, you know what's another big
assuming
thing?
what's that?
They added villages to the Nether, the piglins.
Oh yeah, I've never been in there. I've literally just never gone into the Nether, the Neither. But I've seen pictures, and I couldn't imagine a villager being in there or a village.
Well, when we get to the mid to late game, the Nether would be one thing I'd want to invest in because the Nether is basically how you can set up a fast travel network.
Oh, okay.
Because the Nether locations within the Nether correlate to locations within the surface world, but it's at a ratio of like every block in the Nether accounts for 3 blocks in the surface world. So if you build a hell portal in the surface world and then you go over another 6 blocks and you build another hell portal, then you will go into the Nether to find that a matching hell portal has been built right next to the one that you had came into the Nether world to begin with.
Oh, okay.
And that is a way that you can make much faster means of travel, because if you build another portal in one spot and then another, it'll be, 1/3 the distance in hell that it would be in the surface.
I see. Yeah. So it's kind of like a sort of like folding time, I guess, but
Yeah.
in physical space, I suppose.
I understand none of that.
Well, look, Pink, the important thing is that none of it will go like it did in Event Horizon, I swear.
Which I still haven't seen.
Ah, you
I
should.
don't know
It's
what that
good.
is.
Yeah, I've heard it is. I've definitely heard it is. For some reason, one that I've slept on.
Event
Wait,
Horizon...
but before we continue, only because I'm just kind of putzing around until I gain this knowledge. How do I don't remember. How do I destroy a one of these catchers so I can fill it with just a regular plank?
you'll want to use the remove button.
Oh right, I need the keyboard for that. Okay, thanks.
But Event Horizon, Pink, is a movie where a spaceship goes missing that was the first prototype for faster-than-light travel by folding space unto itself, violating the laws of physics as we know them. And a smaller ship is sent out because they think that it's come into space where we can detect it, and they go to find it. And when they find it, they find that certain interesting things happened on the ship when they folded space and violated the laws of space and time.
Aha.
Good cast.
Yeah, very good cast.
Sam Neill, Lawrence Fishburne, and if there's anybody else, then they're probably good too.
Jason Isaacs.
I know the name. I think he was
Malfoy's
in...
dad.
Oh, him. Yeah, he's cool. He was in, God, was he in Sleepers? I'd have to look that one up. Regardless.
Pink, Jason Isaacs is the guy that Rachel used to have the hots for back on THQ. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
in hindsight, that's a
I-
bigger list than I remember, but anyways.
I was gonna say,
It's
there were a
not
lot of
Batista,
guys,
It's not
just-
Del Rio. It's the guy from Patriot, right?
Yes. My God, Del Rio, how low of standards can you have?
I don't know when she changed her mind on that, but I spoke to her at some point, and she was like, yeah, what was I thinking?
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, coconut.
I just deposited a bunch of coconuts. Oh, that must have been what you found, because I hear crunch.
I like coconut.
Oh, no, these are
Coconut's good.
coconuts I got from a tree up on the island. I just went ahead and ate them.
Ah, okay.
I'd say we're good to go ahead and left anchor, don't you guys think?
I'm fine with that. I'm just doing some building here. I'm adding and reorganizing the hatchers so they're not like right there. I wanted to kind of put them a little bit outward so we're not just like walking over them. I don't know. I feel. I guess it's just a personal thing. I feel weird just walking across them all the time, like they're solid, and so I like to kind of stick them a little. Well, it'll still happen, but if I stick them out a little bit further out from the immediate surrounding of the walls of the boat, it feels less. I don't know. Egregious.
Yeah.
Now I need plastic. Oh, here we are again with me needing a lot of plastic and not having any. Damn it.
We have a lot of plastic in a chest somewhere, don't we?
Oh, here it is.
Yeah,
I
I've
found a
seen
gold
the
mine.
plastic chest somewhere, but I couldn't remember which
Excellent.
chest it was.
Yeah, I found it. Thankfully, we've been. Yeah, I
What
know
is
who
on
put
your
it there.
head?
Whose?
Harvard.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I know the answer, but that's nonetheless a good question.
You'll find out someday. Oh, shit! Yo, Pink!
Yo, what's up?
Come here.
I'm coming.
Bleh.
Ooh,
What did that noise
backpack.
signify?
Holy shit.
Do I press a button to equip it, or is it just there?
Put it in your clothing slots. It's, your clothing slots are at the bottom of your inventory.
Was I missing something amazing?
Oh, I see. It's like Terraria.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, the backpack.
Very
Yep,
good.
We're
Yeah.
all ready to carry some shit now.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
By the time you start getting full of stuff in the backpack, you'll wonder how you ever even managed without it.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's full even with the backpack, it's like holy shit. What? How did I live with only 15 spots?
Where did I? Ah, yes, there we go. It's almost kind of weird looking at the empty spots now. It's like, oh.
They'll fill up.
Yeah.
Empty spots, what?
Talking about the backpack, it adds 15 extra spots, and they start.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey! Get off the boat.
Fucker.
Just comes up and gnaws on it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I don't know what a shark would find so tasty about wood and plastic.
Oh, when we were on the oil derrick, we found out that its name apparently is Bruce.
Which is
Like
an
Bruce
appreciated.
Campbell?
Bruce was the name of the mechanical shark, the notoriously constantly breaking down mechanical shark that was used for Jaws.
Ah.
Yeah, so it was an appreciated though nonetheless predictable and uninspired name for the shark.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I want to say, didn't Finding Nemo have the same name for the shark in that?
You said
Yes.
it did. Yeah, I was not able to confirm because I've never seen it.
Good. The movie sucks.
I heard it was great.
I didn't like it.
Did you really not?
No.
Oh, okay. I mean, there have been Pixar movies that I'm sure aren't good. I
There have
didn't
been plenty,
dislike-
boy.
Yeah, Cars looked dumb to me. That
It
movie
was.
did not look
It
at all
was?
appealing.
Excuse me, yeah, it was.
Yeah, it definitely. Coupling that with the sneeze made it sound like you were just really impassioned. It's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm fucking hated! I'm very fucking terrible!
Ruined my life.
If I ever find a guy who made it, I'm gonna kill him.
I'm trying to remember who did make it. I don't think I know. I know Brad Bird did The Incredibles, which everyone
That was
adores.
great.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I see why everyone loved it. I just thought it was okay. I didn't really. It was good. I just never felt the the need to see it a second time.
The wind is blowing us back to the island.
Is it really? That's funny.
We're not allowed to leave.
The island is calling us back. We'll be there forever.
I would say really... Ooh, obviously, I love Up, but in the last decade, the only Pixar movies I've seen that I was like, yeah, that's good shit. Good shit, pal. Was Coco was excellent.
That one seemed like it would be very dull to me. Well, not visually. It looked really, really visually appealing, but it seemed like it was just kind of whatever. Like a boy goes back to the spirit world to find his like dead grandpa or something like that.
No. So his family is emphatically against him going into music. He loves
Oh,
music. He loves playing the guitar. He loves singing. But his grandma, like, it has it explicitly banned and says, it's a disreputable lifestyle for scumbags. I'm not gonna let you go into it. So as a bit of rebellion, he runs away one night with his guitar after she said she was gonna take it away and break it. And he stumbles into the spirit world. And while he's in the spirit world, he's like, oh my god, if I can meet the dead, I need to meet like my dead idol, like the greatest musician in the history of Mexico. And I need to tell him that I love music and I want to be a musician, and my family doesn't get it, and he'll teach me, he'll show me.
kind of
And
a logical leap, but it's a cartoon, so fair enough.
yeah, and he picks up a undead hobo along the way who helps guide him through the land of the dead.
Okay.
So
Well, kind of close.
I won't spoil beyond that.
All right. I mean, it doesn't sound like much, but it's. I mean, that's true of pretty much any movie. Any movie can be simplified to sound like it's nothing spectacular, but still wind up being really great.
Yeah, I mean, any of them really, like, Up. Old guy sad that his wife is dead, goes to South America.
Right.
Toy Story.
Which
Toy is sad that his owner
Toy
is
comes
losing
to life.
passion for him.
Yeah. Wound up being. I mean, my understand Up was only the second animated movie ever nominated for Best Picture. Though to be fair, that was at the time when they increased the amount of movies nominated for Best Picture from 5 to anywhere between 8 to 10. So it's
What
not quite
won
the
Best
same
Picture
honor.
in 2009?
What's it?
What won Best Picture in 2009?
The Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker. Hurt Locker's good. Hurt Locker's good. I would say Up is better, but Hurt Locker is good. That is a solid choice.
I just bought it when I was in Kenosha. I bought it for $3. It's a
Yeah.
special edition with a nice little cardboard slip cover. I've never seen it, but I thought, oh, this is how much it would have been to rent back in the day, so I'll pick it up.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I think it's largely the movie that got people interested in Jeremy Renner. No.
He was, I think, on the rise right around that same time. I think he was in a movie called The Town. I think Ben Affleck's The Town. I believe that and Hurt Locker kind of really put him on the map. He was acting before that. He played impossibly Jeffrey Dahmer, which makes no sense because he looks fucking nothing like Jeffrey Dahmer. He sounds, acts, is in no way anywhere close to seeming like Jeffrey Dahmer in any way. The movie sucked. And I remember when I saw it, I was like, this guy's a fucking like weird little geek. Like, who the hell is this? This guy's going nowhere. And yeah, it's obviously I was wrong about that.
Eh.
But yeah, he did make a good Dahmer. And that was 2000.
Pink Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
Yeah, I know. That's if it's from the MCU, like, well, one of the main characters from the MCU, I'll probably know them, but any other actor, I won't.
Fair enough.
Just felt like I had to do a little bit of translation there.
Never
Just
know.
in case.
Yeah, The Hurt Locker was directed by Catherine Bigelow, who directed Strange Days, one of my favorite movies of all time. Overlooked.
Is there
become a
any
cult
relation to Bam Bam?
I think I've said that before, and I believe you've said the same in return. Somebody has said that. I know I mentioned that before to some wrestling fan, and they've said the same thing. So to be cute, I'll say yes, there is.
Awesome.
She was Jane.
Him and Luna had a daughter, and she went on to be a great film director, and also probably throws a mean moonsault.
Yeah. She got the looks from somebody because she's actually rather pretty. She directed Hurt Locker at like 60. And I went and looked her up saying, oh, what's she look like nowadays? And she was actually really pretty, even at 60.
Do you mean 16?
60.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, she directed Her Locker at like 55 or 60, something like that. And at that time, I mean, I'm sure there's...
My brain short-wired and thought you said Strange Days instead of Hurt Locker.
I might have screwed up the terms at some point because she did direct both, but when she directed Strange Days, that was 95, so she would have been 40? thereabouts. But
It's difficult to say because my brain already being in the conversation, like, well, we're talking about Hurt Locker and Strange Days, and it just auto-filled to one or the other, you know?
fair enough. Yeah, a little bit of conflation, mental conflation. I'm definitely guilty of that. Strange Days stars Ralph Fiennes, Juliette Lewis, Michael Wincott, Tom Sizemore, Vincent D'Onofrio. Fucking really good movie. Basically, it's has anyone seen it? I don't need to describe it if anyone's seen it. It's basically a movie about on the eve of the millennium, which in 1995 wasn't too far off, but at that time it still was the future. Greasy, sleazy L.A. There's a technology called I don't want to confuse it for cyberpunk because cyberpunk has a very similar concept. There's a I don't remember what it's called, but a squid technology, super quantum user interface device, if I recall correctly. It's a thing you wear on your head, and when activated, it will record the sensations of everything that you experience while you're wearing it. So when the person puts it on, they don't just see what you saw; they feel how you feel. Like all your senses are active. Like you smell what that person smelled when they were wearing it. It's like you simulate what it was like to live in that person's life. And Ray Fiennes is the con man, sleazeball, used car salesman who deals in these things. And a prostitute, happens to be wearing one when she she experiences the assassination of a very politically active, on the rise, rebellious black social commentator. And she knows that footage will, once released, will like completely upend society as they know it. And it goes from there. Who killed this guy? Why was he killed? Etc.
Yeah.
And the movie goes from there. Angela Bassett, I forgot she's the other main character. Actually, she's the co-lead with Ray Fiennes.
Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's...
Another Marvel alumni.
Yeah, right. I don't know why, but that name's not distinctive to me. I have to remind myself who she is every time. Pink. Pink, T'Challa's mom.
Okay.
Yeah, solid cast. In my opinion, very good movie. Really well acted. Great atmosphere. Kind of ahead of its time, really. And ignored at release. It has again since become a cult classic. A lot of people have said that it was prophetic and like a hidden gem of the era. Roger Ebert gave it 4 stars. 4 out of 4. One of the few people to do so.
Ooh.
And it was only the and again, Catherine Bigelow directed it, and she went on to, obviously, as I've been saying, direct The Hurt Locker, which got Best Picture. And Catherine Bigelow at that time had just broken up with James Cameron.
Yeah.
Who co-wrote it.
Huh.
But I can't tell you fucking where South Dakota is on a map.
In fairness, I'm not sure anyone can.
Yeah, not even South Dakotans.
I know it's got to be below North Dakota.
You're right.
Unless it's above, in which case that turns my whole world upside down.
Literally.
To me, what is it? There's something. Isn't it like the Egypt? Egypt, it always fucks me up. The lower river is to the lower. What is it? The lower Nile is to the north, while the upper Nile is to the south.
Why?
I believe because it's going downhill.
Oh,
or no,
okay.
No, it's because the source of
going
the river,
uphill.
the source of the Nile is within Egypt, and then it flows to the north. So it's not following north or south; it's following the flow of the river. So upper is closer to the source, and lower would be closer to where it lets out into the Mediterranean Sea.
That's still nonsense, but I accept your explanation.
Yeah.
Firewood rack.
Motivational quote.
Motivational quote. And shelf.
Of course, in
Where
the
are you getting
apocalypse,
all
we
these
still have to...
presents?
Shit.
Wait, what did you just... I heard Pink, and that's actually just for me collecting barrels and so forth. But what did you say, Alex? I missed what you said.
I said, of course, in the apocalypse, we still have to deal with this shit.
What shit is that?
Motivational quotes.
Oh.
Okay, I think we've gotten far enough distance from the island. I'm going to redirect the sail towards the wind.
Oh, I didn't know we were still having a. I didn't know that was still even the situation this whole time. That was a while ago that we were on the island.
It was, yeah.
Huh.
We're getting a bunch of small islands now that we want a big island to sell trash cubes and catch puffer fish.
That's true. That's how they get you.
The puffer fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're waiting for us to get complacent, I suppose.
Ah,
They want to interfere with our quest to be able to sell stuff. I couldn't say why. You know, it's. I mean, what do you want? You want me to make sense out of a pufferfish? Come on, you're being silly. All right. Now I was starting to make some progress.
oh, there's a whale out there.
Is there a whale?
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw the tail.
Oh, I missed it. I'm missing all the cool stuff. Are
That's
you
'cause
going
you're
to get
dork. They're trying to
I
avoid
am.
you because you're so
Look
dorky.
at that boy.
it? Probably true.
That's a big boy right there. Oh, I'm dying of thirst. Hang on.
That whale
Yeah,
doesn't
don't do
want you to
that.
cramp its style.
But it wants you to get thirst cramps.
I just
That's-
casually took a sip of my water bottle while I was in the ocean. That makes total sense.
I mean, it kind of does. I mean, ultimately, you can't drink the seawater. Well, you could, but obviously it'll just dehydrate you that much more. So don't do that.
I would do
Don't be a
that.
dummy.
Have you guys seen Jojo Rabbit yet?
I have. I saw it years ago.
Oh, you did? Okay, I couldn't remember
Not too
who had
long
to
after
do that.
you did, I think.
Oh, okay. Pink?
No.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I bring it up. Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
for Pink's sake, Taika Waititi, which you know who Taika Waititi is.
It's
Yeah.
Taika Waititi, I think, but
But
I
Titty's
guess I
funnier
don't know
to
for
say.
sure, but yeah, Waititi just sounds, or Waititi sounds, you know. Either way.
It's better.
Go
My
ahead.
mom calls him Taika Waititi.
Like, unironically?
Yes.
All right. We'll go on with what you were saying to poor Pink.
But Jojo Rabbit is Taika Waititi making a movie about a kid in the Hitler Youth who starts to, as the World War II starts to go really badly for Germany, and he discovers that his mom is discreetly hiding a Jewish teenage girl in their house. He starts to realize, hey, maybe this Hitler guy's not so cool. Which is really troublesome because he has an imaginary friend of Hitler who routinely appears throughout the movie to offer him advice.
It's true. That's an accurate summary. I found it to be a deft weaving of gut busting humor and sad dramatic content.
Yeah.
I remember Ted at the time hated it because I guess he doesn't like Taika. I don't know if that's because of Thor. I think he said that it was. I don't recall. Can't speak
I
for Thor,
believe
let's
he
look
didn't
this up.
watch it because of Thor.
I think that was I believe that was the explanation, yeah.
Which was also in my head, like, going like, okay, so Pink, you'll remember him as the guy that ruined Thor.
I mean, what I saw...
I mean, I liked Ragnarok.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't see it.
For the
But what
most
I saw
part.
of it, it looked awful. Like, really fucking awful.
It had 2 cool scenes. Well, one.
So there's the bridge scene.
There's the bridge scene.
Is that shark coming to eat the boat already? No, he's fine.
The comedy is definitely the worst part of it.
Was the first...
I think the
Eva
comedy is very hit and miss.
The original one wasn't a comedy, was it?
No, the first 2 Thors are very uncomedic. To my understanding, Chris Hemsworth effectively threw his weight around and said, I want to do a comedy.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, I don't like Chris Hemsworth.
He seems cocky. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen anything. Oh, has he been in
He seems
anything
like
else
he's one of
noteworthy?
the instances where they cast somebody who doesn't like the character.
I got that feel. I mean, having not seen any of the Thor movies, I obviously I was just going off of just the vibe I was getting. But when I saw a couple clips of Thor Ragnarok, I just thought this just seems very like intentionally just like fuck this character, we don't care.
Yeah. Holy shit, that island I can see. I'm directing us towards it, but my god, I can see
Yeah,
it in the
big one?
shadows of the night.
Oh yeah, I see it too. It's a tall one. That's actually pretty creepy looking. Seated in the. Oh, it's not a super tall one though. Those are trees we're looking at, not a mountain.
But still, it
Oh,
looks like some kind of fucking icon of dread. Like, I was almost
It
expecting it to be the
does.
fucking, like, Flying Dutchman sailing towards us.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool if there was something like that in this game. There might be.
That would be neat, yeah.
That would be super cool. Yeah, just to randomly find a fucking ghost ship just sailing by. It's like a 1 in 500 chance of seeing it or something.
Yeah. Well, it's like, the extremely, like, sadly extreme, like, this is the kind of little touch that I wish Skyrim had a lot more of. The rare possibility to run into the Ghost Horseman out on the road outside Whiterun, right?
I don't know if that ever happened to me.
No,
That was Skyrim, not Oblivion?
No, Skyrim, there is like if my memory serves, which I'm pretty sure it does.
I trust your memory more than I trust mine, so you're probably right.
There is a very rare chance on a certain day of the week at this certain hour of night that you can see a ghost horseman running along the road between Whiterun and, like, what's the town that burned down at the very start of the game?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you mean. The very beginning town.
Yeah. Well, it's not even really the starting town, because you'd expect there to be something to do there. No, it's the town.
Starting location.
Yeah, it's the town where it's the town where you're supposed to be executed.
Yeah.
And something gets in the way.
Yeah, literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
The macho dragon.
Oh yeah.
Been to the top of the mountain.
It's the fact that he shouts like they go with actual promos for the shouts that kills me.
Yeah. To my recollection, unless it's been disproven, that was the very first mod ever for Skyrim. And there are now tens of thousands.
Wait, are we going towards the island? Oh, we are. Okay, I was looking in the entire... I was looking in all fucking 180 degrees away from the island going, where are we going? Where'd the island go? What the fuck?
Somebody taps you on the back. Hey.
Yeah.
Over here, bud.
There is an albatross up there, I should note.
I was about to say, is this that exact same island with the albatross?
I'm wondering if the islands are, like, only generated when you first run into them, but if you can go back, because the oil derrick is still out there, and we could go back.
I've wondered that myself. It feels as if once you get to a certain distance, surely it must respawn or something, because otherwise, I mean, could you theoretically just go in circles without realizing it? And keep going back to the same island?
I think that would be a question, yeah. I would also suppose, like, how far can you really get before the game starts to forget the islands?
Yeah, I don't know. I've wondered that myself.
Because, like, I imagine the oil derrick you can't get really too far from.
Why do you assume that?
Because it's plot relevant and it has a couple recipes that you need for a lot of game mechanics.
Oh, you mean you can't get too far from it before you've discovered it?
I would imagine that, but I'd also imagine... Like, I'm almost imagining in my head, just because of, like, if you want to go back for anything, I would have to imagine it starts to move with your raft, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I thought you meant after you've discovered it, would it still be, like, looping around? Like, could you leave and then turn around and have it still be there after, like, I don't know, a day? Which maybe it could, I don't know. That is something we'd have to look up.
I can go and look at the radar now to tell where it is.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. There's obviously some kind of system in play.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna die out here. Is the raft moving?
It is. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
I'm probably about to die.
Well, shit. Where are you?
I'm really close, but I think the shark's still gonna get me.
Oh, you gotta go out there with a spear, man, and watch yourself.
Oh,
there
I made
you go. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
He's
I forgot about yeah, thankfully. Forgot about the water dueling. It's actually not super hard.
No, it's really not. Okay, the wind's blowing against us, but we might want to, let's see. This may be as close to the shore as we're going to get, guys, so we may want to just go ahead and drop anchor.
We'll swim.
It's not super
It'll be
far.
fine. It'll be fine. Alex will kill the shark for us.
That's also true. That's like, You presented that as a joke, but that's actually 100% true. If we need to cover any
Shark warrior.
if we need to swim any distance, then it's just like, okay, Alex, go kill the shark.
We're actually super close to the reef over here. If you just kind of hop over where I'm at, you can get on land pretty quick, and then just kind of scrape the side of the mountain until you get over.
I'm full up with food and
Yeah.
water, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can. Yeah, you guys pop on over. I'll do a little bit of shark dueling. He's pretty heavily wounded to begin with, so it's probably not gonna be a long shark duel here. Excuse me. Ugh. Felt that one building up in my throat. Oh, he's dead. Yeah, he was already pretty heavily wounded.
That didn't take long. Last time you killed a shark was when we were on the other island, so good timing.
Yeah, but we've been really on the dot about catching him when he tries to break the ship this time.
True.
That
There's a
last...
store here! Quick, get the trash cubes!
Oh, there is. Okay.
Shit.
I will, well, here they are. I'll grab them and I'll bring them on. All right. Let's go see how this works.
All right, you boys get shopping. Let's see. I'm gonna throw this in there, and then after that, I'm gonna hop onto the island myself. All right, yeah, I'm hopping on the island.
Yeah, we all need to see this.
Actually, I'm gonna look for pufferfish. Oh, there's a pufferfish. Excellent.
Yeah, it is excellent. That's what I was about to say. The store is very conveniently located. You don't have to climb high mountains to get to it.
Let's see. If I could make another bow, I'd need Vine God. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna start work on another bow because this bow's coming really close to breaking, and I want it to break while I'm fighting the pufferfish.
Yeah.
That could be bad.
Okay, now I'm not quite
Speaking of bad, I'm
sure.
now dying of thirst. And
You
hunger.
should have drank before you came on land, dumbass.
Don't worry, I had a watermelon on me. It's fine.
Fucking moron.
And I found more watermelon. It's fine. I live off the lands.
Fucking piece of shit.
I mean, as long as you can do that.
Secondary bow built. Okay, now I'm ready to take on the fucking burr. Fuck it.
Now,
We need a scarecrow for our
this is-
scarecrow.
we do. We need to make a new boat out of scarecrows to protect our fruit.
Yeah, alright. I'm going after the pufferfish. Wish me luck, boys.
Yeah, don't die.
Good luck.
But meanwhile, the scrap, it is the trash cube or whatever. It is not. It is not being accepted. It's not showing up as even something that you can sell.
Give me a second. I'll come on shore and I'll help.
Yeah, it still says
Pufferfish
it's
dead.
Well, that's good.
Oop,
Yeah,
oop,
for
oop, oop.
sales, it's still waiting for me to offer various exotic fish. It's not giving me the option to.
You're looking at the wrong section.
Wrong section.
Yes.
Well, there's sell, and there's a list of stuff I can sell, and none of it is anything we have.
Well, no. Hang on. Let me get there.
And Pig just threw a rock at it in protest.
Hang on. I'm coming ashore. I'm on. Okay.
You've done this before?
Hang on. No, So, okay. It's in the buy menu, and you can buy simple fishing bait for a trash cube. You can buy plastic or 20 plastic, 10 planks, yada, yada, yada.
Well, okay. Well, but then what is the sell for? That's. I mean, it's good that I see now that you are correct that we can do that for the.
Sell,
Again.
What I am betting is that we need the simple fishing bait. That gets us exotic fish, and the exotic fish can be traded for trade coins and reputation, which I'm going to bet unlocks the secondary and third tiers of stuff we can buy.
Weird.
It's really not.
Well, it's just I would assume that it would just if we have a saleable item, in this case the trash cube, it would be listed as something we could sell.
Well, it's not a sellable item. It's a currency.
Yeah, I mean you're not wrong, but to me that's a semantic difference.
Well, clearly, you've never studied economics, sir.
I guess not. Before I have to go back to the raft because I'm starving and everything else, I also didn't think.
See, he didn't eat before we landed.
Yeah, I didn't either. I wasn't
Hold on to your butts. I've got a mango and 2 watermelons. There you go, Chiefs.
All right.
That should at least get you back to the boat without starving.
if I could pick them up because I'm too loaded
Your
with
inventory
crap.
is full, so I will steal it.
Wait, then I'm gonna die.
That's fine.
Would you guys mind to, did you spin the trash cubes on anything?
No, I wanted to wait and see what everyone thought about what we should get.
Okay, yeah, you guys go back and eat and drink and come back and we'll talk about it.
Let's see. I
have a water bottle right here. I will
geez.
drink.
You have everything, and you took the food that I needed, and you're sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm drinking water. I'm perfectly cool. Yeah, you took the food that I need to survive.
It was ambush strategy. I had to convince Alex that you were in need, so he dropped food, and I knew your inventory was full, so you know.
That's a good sneaky trick.
Straight up the ass. There we go.
Yeah, my character's. Does anyone have anything edible? Because my character's in fucking can't move stage.
There's a pineapple not far from the shop. I would help, but I'm currently fighting a boar.
All right,
I've got 4 watermelon on me. That doesn't really do a lot for your hunger meter, but
not a whole lot. Well, You said there was a pineapple somewhere near here.
I'm looking for the pineapple.
Yeah.
Is it in a tree or something?
No, it's on the ground. It's in a plant. It's not been harvested yet. Hang on. I can get back in a second. Let me harvest this boar now that I've killed it.
All right.
Not a bad amount of leather, but I'd really prefer more.
Kill it again.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Shit, I should have thought of that. Yeah, Mike, it's right. You're right next to it. There. Pink, Mike, the other way. Here.
Oh, I see it.
Oh, yeah, okay. Good, thanks. I see Pink running in, and I was about to say, don't you fucking take it.
I was so tempted to.
My character would have died at your feet. Alright, I can move again. Okay, so what should we buy with our trash cubes?
Well, simple fishing bait seems like the way to get more exotic fish.
Simple and efficient, used by novice anglers. Only takes one.
To me, that, like, for the sheer quantity of it, we can hook Pink up with that and get Pink going on the fishing trade.
Okay. Beginner merchant. Purchase an item at the trading post.
Yeah, and the only other things we could get are scrap, plastic, and planks, because everything else needs trade coins.
Well, I can get more fishing bait. Let's
just get a bunch of fishing bait and put Pink to work.
All right.
About time you start contributing something around here.
Shit. All right. I don't think we need the recipes. We can't afford it, and I also don't know what the air horn is for, other than the description says makes a sound to annoy your friends. Nice and straightforward. All right, but yeah, since fishing bait is something we cannot find natively, I guess, I think that's probably what we should get.
Yeah, I don't even know what chili and turmeric do. I assume that part of it is for, like, enhancing the soup or juicer.
I would think so, yeah. My guess is that's probably all it is.
I'm going up the island. If the albatross kills me, it kills me.
And be careful that it doesn't, if you can.
I am. Let's see, is there a cave here? There is, and I brought my shovel.
But I'm going back to the raft to continue building and also to fill up on my stats, my needs.
Let's see, more
I'm
dirt.
going back to the raft so I can make a fishing rod. And Shark is alive again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
figured it. Only about 3 or 4 minutes and he comes back, just like the fucker that he is.
He's some kind, like, he apparently is just canonically some kind of mutant regenerating shark. I don't know what the fuck. Like, the old Derek, it says that it's only one shark and he never goes away.
Yeah, when we were on the oil derrick, well, I guess it was, I mean, you say it's an oil derrick? I thought it looked like a research station. It could have been both. I'm not really sure exactly what it was.
Well, definitely a good chunk of it had been submerged.
Yeah. But yeah, on the object in question, Pink, there was writing. We found some documents and so forth, and there were clues that suggested that maybe the shark is in fact some kind of mutant that keeps respawning. And also there was some lore, some story there about apparently there was some kind of cataclysmic event that submerged much of the livable area in water, and it's implied that possibly we, the player characters, are the ones who escaped and made this raft to go find somewhere safe to go.
You say that as if we're not the ones who are responsible for the polar ice caps melting.
We actually could be. It's we aren't totally sure that it was referring to us. We found some documents that were basically like, yeah, somebody took a raft and they said they're not coming back and they're out to go, find greener pastures apparently.
Not a whole lot up here at the top of the island. I think I'm gonna pop on down.
I guess we don't super need it, but have you been cutting any trees or anything?
I cut down a couple mango trees.
Okay.
Anybody have a spare bolt?
I can, yeah. Well, bolts you can get real easy. Just go and grab some iron from the chest that's right next to the smelters. The one that's suspended on the wall.
Can you not make bolts out of scrap?
No, nails are made out of scrap, but bolts are made out of proper pure metal ingots.
You are right.
On this day.
No. Nothing happened on this day.
Is this the furnace? How do I use it?
The smelter. So did you pick up the metal ingots?
I got a ingot.
Okay, if you have a ingot, then in the building recipe for what you're looking
ingot, gentlemen. An ingot.
Whatever. If in the crafting recipe for whatever it is, you can mouse over the bolt and it'll turn into a little plus sign.
Oh, yep, I got it.
Yep.
All right. I've got a fishing rod. It's amazing.
All right,
Well,
let's weigh anchor,
bait.
gentlemen.
Did you not want to do any exploring on the reef? I guess the pufferfish was the main conquest there.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Didn't see any animals on the island we'd want either.
Ah, okay. Anything specific you'd like this other chest to be used for? Oh wait, could you drop anchor again?
Oh,
well,
sure.
there's at least 3 big barrel crate
I
things
did.
off the distance. Well, I can at least get to one. I got the spear. I'll see what I can do.
Let's see. Oh, right, yes, we're gonna need to do that. Gonna need to cook the explosives.
I got 2 of the big barrels. I'm coming back because it's getting too dark to really have a good fight.
Yeah.
You're just a coward.
A little bit. I'm scared.
Little
Unbelievable.
pussy bitch.
What, bitch? What?
I
Sound
said little pussy bitch.
Oh, little pussy bitch. Okay, I thought you said clumsy bitch for a second there. It's like, well, clumsy. How'd that come into it?
Oh, we have got another trash cube. If anyone wants me to run on the island and buy one last set of fishing lures.
They ran out. No, they ran out of stock.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had 5 available. I still have a trash cube.
That's no way to run a business.
I know, that's pretty crappy. I mean, only 5. They have to get more. Figure that there's going to be more settlers coming through than just us.
I would hope there's more coming through than just us, or shit's real bad.
You never know. I find it interesting to think that there might be other people out there sailing around. That's another thing that I think would be cool to just randomly see, like, I don't know, NPCs out there sailing, doing their own thing.
Yeah. Up shark, I didn't hear him at first because I was building.
I heard him, but I'd forgotten what the sound was. So I heard the sounds. I'm like, nifty sounds. Not my concern.
I wonder what that. Yeah, someone will deal with that.
What was it up? Right, I wanted to repair that. And repaired. Let me see, I could stand to, yeah, there we go, dump some plastic. Don't need to be carrying all this. Don't need to be carrying all these boards either. Holy Jesus, we have so many planks.
That's actually kind of good because I just ran through a bunch of them myself.
Okay, well, this chest has plenty of them, brother.
Good.
I am expanding the dirt plot upstairs for Bucktooth Joe.
Okay.
He will never go hungry again.
That's good. That's good. That was a little bit of a concern there for a while.
Getting a healthy amount of wool off him as well.
How much wool does it cost to make one of those backpacks? Not that we need to now, but just out of curiosity.
Can I
6.
wear another backpack with my backpack?
It'd be great if we could.
That's a good idea, but sadly God will not allow this.
It's God's doing.
Let's see. Yeah, we're going to need more wool and more leather for leather armor.
Do you know how many?
Wow.
What's
Jesus
up?
Christ. For the,
What's up?
10 minutes we were on the island, the seagull not only annihilated the scarecrow, it also ate both of our crops up here.
Oh, that does suck. We weren't even out there very long.
Like, the scarecrow doesn't matter. It's crazy.
It really kind of doesn't. It's sort of not. I mean, when we had it the first time, the first scarecrow we had, maybe because the raft was smaller, we got to it more quickly. It seemed like it lasted a lot longer.
Yeah.
This is true.
More resilient. The second scarecrow basically just gave up hope.
Yeah. I'm starving.
I just was as well, but I have some beets. Delicious raw beets. They actually fill you a little bit more than I would have thought. It's been a while since I ate one.
There we go. I just ate a shitload of potatoes. I think a dozen.
Yeah, that's usually the amount I eat
A lot
to
of potatoes.
sate the hunger.
Yeah. The watering will, yeah, the waterer will do that, the sprinkler.
Alright, I'm slowly making progress on getting these collectors a
I'm
little
not
more
hunting right now.
spread out.
Are we
Oh,
ready to weigh
shovel.
anchor now?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you had. I mentioned that I had gotten the pieces and came back to the raft, but it was kind of just a little casual blurb of conversation. I didn't really make a clear note of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I don't have a scale.
What do you not have?
A scale
A scale for what?
for weighing the anchor.
Oh, we have a comedian on board.
If this was the Navy, we would have killed you.
Yeah. Yep.
I like that's the next logical step.
He made a joke we don't like. Well, he has to die.
It's the only
Just
way.
goes straight from A to Z. No half
I was
measures
thinking
here.
just yesterday about how much I fucking love that picture of them editing Falcon to say, he's out of line,
Oh, yeah.
let's kill him.
Don't know the character, but I like the conceit.
To reiterate, I think we've explained this to you before, Mike, why this is so funny. The context is that a German terrorist who they have in their custody at that point has just explained to two of the superheroes why this particular rap album is the highest quality, most heartful rap album that perfectly encompasses the African-American experience. Again, German terrorist. And Falcon's response, Falcon himself being a black man, is he looks to the white guy that he was explaining it to and he says, you know, he's out of line, but he's right. And someone edited it so they changed it to, he's out of line, let's kill him.
Yeah, okay.
Which, like, I just love the idea that he is so profoundly offended that this German terrorist has explained this rap album to another white guy that he is telling the other white guy, you and me need to kill him.
It's you know, it's a very sensitive subject.
Yeah.
You can't mess around with that kind of stuff. That's not to be taken lightly.
What was that?
That
Who's
was me.
beating up? Oh, okay. I have to remind myself that these construction noises are perfectly normal.
Yeah, yeah. Every now and then I hear the same sound coming from, like, I don't know, just like a wave or something. I think, where is he? Where is he?
I'm just keeping the spear out at all times.
Yeah, honestly, when you're just running around, that's not a bad idea. I should start doing that.
Let's see. Yeah. There we go.
What are you up to? Sounds like there's
I was,
happenings a doing.
I was actually moving my webcam on my desk because it was getting in the way of being able to see what was in my inventory slots.
Oh, okay. Sounded like there was something about. Sounded like there was a in The Simpsons. They somebody and someone in some episode, some old guy says in response to something, "Let's go, son. There's some doings a transpiring." Can't remember what it was in reference to. I think it's like Shelbyville. They're portrayed as a bunch of hicks. I think it was one of them who said it.
Yeah. Good lord. Mike, if you need planks.
We have a bunch, huh?
Yes.
I guess between that and the plastic, well, yeah, I might still end up needing some. Hard to say so far. I'm
What does that smell? There's either something cooking or something burning.
I'm not sure how to respond to that. It's either very good or very bad.
Yeah. Mike the Rat Guy has left the raft. Okay, did his internet go down? Given that he has said nothing, I'll assume that the answer is yes.
That's a safe assumption.
It's been happening once a day for a while now. It's weird.
Ah.
You know what? I don't have any use for this. I'm just going to throw it in. Turn it into trash cubes. There we go. How's the fishing been going with these new lures?
Well, I don't have the new lures. One of you guys has them.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, Pink Bottom and Mike Bottom never gave them to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And now he's not here.
Yeah. Good lord. Oh, I was having an amusing little bug there where I was holding, stone, and my character holds it, in their hand the same way they would hold the cup, and I switched over to the spear. My character continued to hold the spear with the same animation, but not properly, like not holding the spear by the pole or nothing.
Yeah.
No, he was holding the spear between the wrong end of the spear between his fingers, and it was just projecting outwards from the rest of his hand. Let me see. Got some extra stuff to junk here. Let's go ahead and junk it. Get ourselves some more trash cubes from more fishing lures. Oh, Bucktooth Joe's depressed because he's hungry and he's standing on the food, but he hasn't... Oh, there we go. He's eating now.
How do you know if he's depressed?
His head hangs low, like, oh, man.
Ah.
I'm hungry. I'm surrounded by food. I should eat. Wait, I should eat. Nom nom nom. I'm not depressed anymore.
Oh no, I need to eat now. I'm depressed.
Eh.
I'm depressed. I can't move.
They take it pretty seriously. I like watching your character just standing there eating baked potatoes by hand as they look up to the sea. I want to expand some of this stuff while Mike's not here, so to make some progress for him. But I don't know where he's actually going, so I don't know if I'd screw up his plans.
Look, a little baby island.
Yeah, we don't fuck with that shit. We're good on iron, and we don't really need fruits particularly, so... For the baby islands, that's really all you'll get is fruit and the metals.
Ah.
We're looking for the big islands. Big islands. Oh.
I'm tempted to swim out to the baby island just for fun, but I know even if I made it out there, I wouldn't have enough health to swim back alive.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Keeping all the stuff topped up. I want to go ahead and make... Let's see if I can. Yes, I need some stone and some rope, and I'll have myself a collection net. Oh, we've actually started to run out of rope.
Oh,
We've only been trashing every palm frond we get our hands on. How did this happen?
yeah. I don't think anyone could have foreseen this.
Hang on, this'll... Yeah, that'll work. And I'm just gonna need 2 stone. Rope, really, you can just make on an as-need basis anyways.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, son of a bitch, I've not got any barrels that have stone. Well, we've got stone somewhere around here. We do. Fucking bird! Okay.
I have 3 stones on me if you need them.
I forgot. I just now remembered that we have the stone chest, so... Boom, there we go. I built a net canister for shooting at animals.
Well, that sounds exciting.
It is. Oh, that's not a real tree yet, I guess. See, oh, why somebody put the trash cubes in here? Okay, boom, watermelon seeds down. What was I was gonna... Right, I need to dump some of this shit I'm carrying in my inventory. Yeah, I'll eat this, why the hell not? I can eat what I damn well please. This is America. On the high seas.
Yes.
I suppose I should eat this as well. Okay, what are we... I guess right now we're just kind of attending to little chores, aren't we?
Just a bit.
We kind of got hamstrung for our progress by Mike's internet dropping there.
Just a bit.
We're hinging on that more than anticipated. Well, this recording's gone on for 2 hours, so I suppose I should probably just go ahead and cut it. So, for anybody who's watching, prepare for a very underwhelming ending.
Yay!